bullying by the same-sex marriage lobby and the dishonesty, or sorry, let's call it willful blindness. But I have to come back to this topic after yet more of the feral reaction to that first ad put out by people campaigning against same-sex marriage in the coming plebiscite, an ad that features 3 women. You see, all 3 of those women have been subjected to vilification on social media, calling them liars and worse. And 2 have also been badly bullied in what's become the trademark of the Yes camp. Now, the first is Heidi McIver, a pastor with the City Builders Church in Sale. She has been falsely accused of being behind another ad that ran in the Gippsland Times last week, urging people to vote against changing the Marriage Act. Since then, McIver and her husband, who's also a pastor, have had their names and phone numbers splashed all over Facebook and have been repeatedly abused. One post urged, "Let's burn their church." Another woman in that No campaign ad, Dr. Pansy Lai, has also been threatened. She got a Facebook message yesterday claiming a protest would be organised outside her medical clinic and warning her to hire security because this bully could not promise this crowd of protesters would be restrained. And another Facebook thread links to her clinic with people talking about confronting her there. And last night, on my radio show with Steve Price, we got a call from a man who'd simply donated $120 to the people who made that No ad, and he is now frightened.
I made a comment on the Australian Christian Lobby Facebook page today just saying I donated. It was as simple as that. I donated $120 to them, and people obviously then tracked me down on my personal page and then saw I had a business, and since then I've had some messages, some threats, and people saying that I'm a hater and to boycott my business. And
the bullying by the Same-Sex Marriage Brigade is a disgrace, absolute disgrace. But as I said, there's also their willful ignorance, to put it politely. For instance, take the reaction to this claim in that No campaign ad.
School told my son he could wear a dress next year if he felt like it.
Now, as I noted yesterday, Labor calls that rubbish, and The Age and other media outlets are now claiming, well, that allegation is false. The principal of the school, Frankston High, says, "We checked with all the teachers, it never happened." So it's a he said, she said. But what no media outlet has pointed out is that this school is part of the controversial Safe Schools program. And that program has helped produce posters for classrooms, including one of a boy wearing a dress with the slogan, "Everyone should be able to wear the uniform that makes them comfortable." Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. That's not the point. What is why hasn't the media pointed out this clear evidence that boys are taught in materials for schools that they should be able to wear dresses to school? What's more, Sky News reporter Carolyn Marcus has since been contacted by another mother at that school who says, yes, students a couple of years ago were told at assembly that they could wear the uniform of the sex they identified with. But the truly sad part, she told Caroline she was so scared of retribution that she begged Caroline not to mention her name, a noble lie. But it seems then that the mother in that ad was actually right and her critics wrong about boys wearing dresses. And it's the same with this claim from the ad.
7 are being asked to role play being in a same-sex relationship.
Again, rubbish, says Labor. And Channel 10's The Project, it mocked that claim last night in a spoof it made of the whole ad.
What was a school play of Brokeback Mountain? Because it is a huge ask to expect anyone to top Heath Ledger's performance.
Fairfax columnist Clementine Ford also piled on, sneering, "I sincerely doubt there is a single school in Australia that's asking Year 7s to role play being in any kind of relationship at all, let alone a same-sex one." But again, let's do a bit of fact-checking. Download the Safe Schools material from the Victorian Government Education Department's own website, material for Year 7s and Year 8s, and you will find this instruction to teachers. Quoting, "Invite students to imagine themselves in the role of a young person who is aged 16 years or older. Then tell students on the left-hand side of the room that their character is going out with someone of the same sex." So again, the woman in the ad, Pansy Lai, she's right. And her haters that were mocking her, they're wrong. The role-playing is true. So why were so many commentators so desperate to dismiss the women in these ads as liars when the evidence is right in front of them? Is it because their commitment to same-sex marriage is so fierce that they simply cannot and will not see or report any evidence that doesn't suit their cause? Now, whether you are for same-sex marriage or against it, that's no longer the main issue here. Whether you believe in facts and in fair play, that is.